Good morning, guys. Um, I'm making this video. I don't know if it'll be my only one about this subject because what's going on right now with the I believe the young man is Alton Sterling, um, and because it's a lot going on right now, and we're getting continual information. Um, it's just a few things I wanted to point out. This is really not so much about him, but it's just kind of what I see in the media. You know, um, one of the things that I wanted to bring out about this whole entire thing, and so many people will see and are saying the same thing, how um, these cops, and this is just that we know of, have killed at least four black men in 24 hours, 48 hours. Um, that's not, that's what they reported. That's not the ones that we don't even know about. I think it's always more. Um, but in that, this is how um, these riots and all this stuff started. Now, um, with 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 that being said, um, everything has just gotten completely overshadowed with the shooting of these officers. Um, President has spoken. Everybody has something to say about it. And the shooting of these four black men has never been called tragic. It wasn't called senseless. It wasn't called any of these things that we hear uh, them saying about these cops. They are absolutely making these cops saints and martyrs. That's exactly what they're doing right in our faces. We see this. And giving no mention and no more mention to the black men that got killed. Now, let me say a couple things real quick about this supposed shooter. Now, it's a couple of things I'm confused about because, first thing, if we remember correctly, um, these people first said that these were three white supremacist men who did the shooting. They quickly took that away. They quickly put another black man um, out as the suspect, but his brother was able to, um, what's the word, clear his name. So um, then all of a sudden we have this particular guy who they have up right now saying that he is the shooter. Let me just first of all say I don't believe that at all. I do not believe that one black man shot all of those cops. The only possibility that will make me believe that is if he had some type of high powered assault rifle, um, where he had a high powered assault rifle and sprayed all those cops. That's the only way I'm going to maybe consider that. But I think they are doing to this black man the same thing that they do to Muslims. They demonize him because the signs of that is the fact that this man's in a dashiki with the black power fist up, with um, just everything Afrocentric about him. He hates cops, and he just completely Afrocentric, Afrocentric, which we know is a fear to white people. They already fear the black man, but a black man who is culturally rooted in who he is even more of a threat. And I really believe that that's what they've done. I think they chose that picture for a reason. I think they keep putting that image of that picture on the news um, and on TV because it is to scare white people. And I think that is it's the same thing they do with Muslims, you know. I truly believe that I don't know if this particular black man, seriously and honestly, I think they chose a black man. Now, um, the thing that confuses me, one of the things that confuses me, they keep showing video of some man who's shooting on the ground, like behind some type of a pillar, a pole, or something like that. Now, I don't understand that if He was supposed to be up on top of a roof and all camped out and ready to shoot cops. Who is this guy that's on the ground shooting at cops? I don't understand that unless it's supposed to be his help. You know, they're not giving clear details as they always do. They never give clear details. They say that he had some type of crazy rant manifesto, crazy thing, wanted to shoot more cops. His own, he had written in blood, his own blood, some message on the wall, RG or something like that, um, which is trying to put in our head that it's RGB, which is red, black, and gold. You know, that's what that's supposed to be, which is once again black. Um, I don't believe that either. Because, first of all, black people, we don't play with blood. That's not something that we do. That's not our culture. We don't do blood. They do blood all the time. We don't do blood. I also am not going to believe that until I see some pictures. Show some pictures. I mean, you know, you're saying that this guy did all this. You have all this evidence. Where's the gun? If it is it about the weapons, if it's about the weapons, if it was a high powered assault rifle or something like that, show it, tell us. You know, you don't have to show it, but tell us. You know, give some evidence. I mean, because the thing of it is, they love to just tell you, and you're supposed to take them at their word and believe everything that they say. And usually it turns out to be a lie. I mean, we know we don't trust the media. So as I say, come out with some of this stuff. Come out with the pictures of his house. Let's see the whatever he wrote in blood, you know, because otherwise, like I say, I don't believe this. I don't believe that. I think they are trying to make a war between white and black, a racial war. And I think that this is the kind of leverage and things that they are doing. I mean, black people don't kill cops, whether they should or whatever. Black people have not been the ones who have been killing cops. These ones who have been killing cops, we have always found to be white men here in America. This is very, very surprising to me if this guy just went on some crazy ex-veteran military rant and just start killing cops. His mom said that he wanted to be a cop, you know, but they didn't go into anything about how he'd been traumatized or went into how he'd had some type of bad experience that turned him against the cops or anything like that. So I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And also, let me bring this out. If he was a veteran that was that mentally unstable, I blame the government because they are supposed to take care of the vets. They are supposed to give them treatment, free treatment. They're supposed to be able to go into any VA center, whatever, and be able to get some psychological help, whatever. So, I mean, you know, I blame the government for it. You know, if they didn't, talking about veterans and, you know, how they get no help and everything is, it would be a whole other videotape, how they make these people wait. And you have all this paperwork and all, I mean, these files just sit. And yes, I have proof. These files sit on these people's desks for months and months at a time. And they're just not processed. I don't know what they do. Then we found out here in Denver that, and not just Denver, but it's other places, but we found out here in Denver that all of these people that they're supposed to be treating, the money that the government gives them, that they're supposed to be using to help these veterans, and these case workers or whatever are not working on the cases and processing these applications and benefits for these veterans, that the bigwigs in the offices are giving themselves bonuses with that money at the end of the year. That's what they do. So yeah, I blame the government. I blame the VA. If all of this stuff is true, if they did not get him any help if he didn't have access to any help. But as I say, I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't have enough proof. I don't have enough evidence. The story has changed too much, and I believe this is just something that they want to feed the public. I think the only people really who are actually believing this are scared white people who want to believe it anyway because they're afraid of black people anyway. They're afraid of Muslims. They're afraid of everything. So yeah, a black man did it. They killed some black men. So a black guy went on a rampage and killed all of these wonderful, precious, saintly cops. You know, they're making them martyrs right in our faces and completely disregarding um, these black men and their families. You know, the other thing that really bothers me, Bishop Jakes, or Bishop Fakes, whatever you want to call him, it really pisses me off that he is going to use or whatever, which it's not surprising because that's what Christians do. He's going to use his church to have these memorials or whatever you want to call them for these cops, and that wouldn't bother me so much if it's all in wonderful Christian love and you also help out or donate to or something these black families that are killed. Because here's the thing, I can guarantee you those black men that got killed did not have burial insurance. They did not have enough money for their families to bury them. These cops are going to get it anyway because they're cops. And because, especially if you shoot black people, you get retirement anyway. You know, they get these GoFundMe's and um, they make them millionaires. And there's the 100 Club. I think well, no, that's in Houston. This thing called the 100 Club that supports cops and their families who get shot. I mean, there's all kinds of programs. And like I say, I'm almost certain that these black men who got killed are not getting help for large amounts of helps from different places um, for their burial and for their children's future. But with these cops, you're hearing all of these wonderful stories about them and how wonderful they were and how they wanted to be cops all their life. And, you know, when they were little children, they played cops and robbers and this and that. And it's a bunch of media hype, if you ask me. I, I I really think that what happened in Dallas was what do you call it, psyop, false flag, whatever, to get this agenda continually pushed through. Let me also be honest and say that I don't really truly think this is all about black and white here in America. Now, you know, I'm not letting them off. I know that this is a completely racist country from the foundation of it, but you know, I think it has more to do with the elite and the poor, or those who want to survive economically or whatever and not take care of anybody, and those who need help. I think that's the real true war. But they're making it black and white because they know that there is something there. There's always been something there, so it's easy to feed off of that. White people's fear and black people's hate and anger, justified hate and anger. And so they use that in the media. I wish I could go through all the symbols that we ignore every day. Take, for example, real quick, let me give you a real quick symbol. When they're talking about a white guy or a white man who has done something, usually they call him a suspect or a person of interest or something like that, or they'll give just a description. When it's a black person, they straight emphasize black man. Or there were two black boys who stole a bicycle, or a black guy went into a restaurant and robbed somebody. Otherwise, if they're not black, it's a man went into a restaurant and stole, didn't pay for his meal, whatever. We see that all the time, that's their MO. They emphasize the black. When it's a Muslim or something like that, they will, first of all, with Muslims, they straight just call them terrorists. They just straight off the bat just call them a terror suspect. you know so I mean, they really get it as much as black people as well. They demonize them in so many ways too. um But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to bring that out. I want to bring out a little bit too about this robot thing. The fact that they say that they supposedly killed this man with a robot. I think that also too is a message. I think the message to that is to deter these protests. I think it is to deter any kind of real violence upon, any more aggression upon the system, the police, the anybody. Because now what they're saying is that, oh, we don't even have to come to you. We have a robot, a machine that can come and just, we can send it to you and blow you up and kill you. And we can do that in, mass numbers of people. I think that is a fear tactic. And I think the message is we can get you any way we want to get you. And personally, I think it's a shame that here in America, you would use these type toys and devices on American citizens. I mean, it's like, have they de-escalated these most of these cops are Iraqi vets. Have they de-escalated any of them? Have they let them know that you're not in the battle zone? No, I don't think so. And I don't think so because I think they want them to do exactly what they're doing. They know they're wired up. They know most of them have PTSD and all kind of head trauma, all kinds of mental trauma, and they set them out on the street with guns in their hands and set them free on American people. But it's a funny thing which American people they know to let loose on. Funny how that works. So I said it before in an old video, and I'm going to say it again. Somewhere the order has been brought down that do it. It's okay. We got your back. You're not going to prison. Hey, do it. It's okay. Because they want to push this war. Anyway, I'm going to turn this video off. I'm going to see you all another time, another video. Hope you have a great day, great week. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. And until the next video, we'll see you next time.